What is up, YouTube? It's your boy, back with another one, and here at work. Let's be real, I'm here at work. It's May 10th, it's a Saturday, and it's the day after my birthday. That's right, your boy had a birthday yesterday. I turned 36, I think. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I turned 36, and a lot happened. A lot went down yesterday. Woke up early, got ready for the day, went out, got a lot of my free stuff. I went to go get a free coffee at Dutch Bros, got a free breakfast at McDonald's. Then, of course, I was going to go to Denny's to get, the bigger breakfast, but didn't have a lot of time for that. Then, of course, I went home a little bit yesterday and just chilled, like watched movies, chilled with my brother because I have a twin, if y'all didn't know. And that's what I did. After I chilled with him for a little while and some family, I went to pick up my daughters like around 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and spent the rest of the day with my daughters. And of course, they spent the night. They're with their grandma right now, and I'm going to be off tomorrow from work as well. So I'm going to spend the day with them tomorrow as well, even though it's Mother's Day. I guess their mom just wanted a day off, so I gave her that as a gift, I guess. But it is what it is. It's all good. You know, just making the best out of my birthday weekend. And yesterday, uh, something even more amazing happened. Yesterday, without realizing it, was the 180th day of my Bible reading plan, which marked the 6 month mark. And I finished the Bible for the second time in less than 2 years. And that's really what I want to talk about today is the experience of reading it the first time versus the second time. And to tell you the truth, I want to say I got a lot more out of my first reading plan than I did the second. You know, the first time I was sitting down reading the Bible with the physical Bible. This time around, just to see how it would go, I read the Bible or listened to the Bible more with using my one of my electronic devices. Like I would just throw my headphones on and listen to what was being read. And to tell you the truth, it was convenient, but it's probably something I won't do again to read the Bible because when you're reading it, you're paying attention. You're sitting there. You're taking in everything that you're reading versus what I did was just listen. And when you're listening, you're moving around. You're doing other things. You're distracted. So I probably wouldn't do that again. I won't be listening to the Bible because I didn't really get much out of doing it that way. So this third time around, I'm going to do what I did the first time, physically sit with my Bible and read. I will just be using the phone to pick out a Bible reading plan that I feel would help me with what I'm trying to do, and that's just read the Bible. Also, the second time around, third time around, I'm going to be also doing a Bible study plan. I guess reading each chapter of the Bible, however long it takes. I think there's a 2 week plans and there's 3 week plans to study each chapter of the or each book of the Bible, not chapter, but each book of the Bible. And I think this time I'm going to do that. I'm going to pick a book from the Bible, and read each one, not in like complete order. I'll just you know start off with like maybe John, and then move on to Matthew, and then move on to Mark, and then go to like Acts, and then just all over the New Testament, and then maybe get into the Old after I do that. Because as a Christian, what we need to do is obviously know the Word of God, or know the Word, know what we were talking about, because the last thing you want to do is walk up to someone and have a conversation about, God and Jesus Christ, and not really know what the true meaning of what's in the Bible. Obviously, the first time, like I said, when I was reading it, page by page, studying and analyzing, highlighting, taking notes, it helped me out in a big way. So this time around, I'm going to do exactly what I did the first time. Take my time with the physical Bible, just using the Bible app, as a guide for what I'm going to read. I mean, if you have a better way of doing it, then feel free to let me know. Because I know there's a lot of materials out there where you can go to like Mardell's or something, a Bible store or a Christian bookstore, and pick up study guides, or go on Amazon and find them. There's materials free all over the internet. But what I found to be the easiest is just using something I already have, which is my phone, and finding what I need from there. A lot of people have their own study guides that they've created, but to be honest, like, I wouldn't know how to do that. Like, I wouldn't know what to do. Like, I could easily say, this week I would read Genesis and Matthew. The next week I would read this and this. Like, how would I break it down? How would I do that? Like, would I break it down by a certain amount of chapters each day? Like, I really wouldn't know what to do there. So I'm not going to try to attempt to. The first time I read the Bible and the 365-day reading plan, it gave me like parts of the Old Testament to read, and then something from the New Testament. Like the way it started, like I read Genesis 1 and 2, moved on to reading one Psalms, and then reading, I believe it was like Proverbs chapter 1 verses 1 and 2 and 3, I think. And then I moved on to like Matthew chapter 1 and 2, I believe. Like it broke it down to where you would read little pieces at a time, not try to read like 6 chapters in the Old Testament, then try to read 3 chapters in the New Testament, while reading a whole Psalms and reading an entire part of Proverbs. Like, it broke it down, like, to simplify it for you, that way you're not overwhelming yourself. Which I'll probably try to share that in the description. The reading plan I'm gonna reread. I'm probably gonna not start it until Monday, to give myself a little bit of a 2 day break, which would be today and Sunday, because obviously I'm gonna read the Bible Sunday for church while I'm watching. But you know, I'm just really trying to make sure when I reread the Bible again, I'm taking my time like I did the last time. And I'm going to be starting it off on May 12th, obviously. So I would probably be finished reading the entire Bible again around my birthday, which was cool. Like, I didn't expect myself to finish the Bible on my birthday. It was just a special gift, I guess, that the man upstairs provided to me. He was like, "Hey, the best gift I can give you not only is this blessing of life and this blessing of another year, but the blessing of, finishing, you know, the word one more time, and then starting right back and probably ending right around the same time, which would be dope." Like, that would be cool to have, the Bible reading, anniversary every year on my birthday or around that time. Like, that would just be crazy good. But I just wanted to come on here and just say, like, hey, if you're trying to read the Bible, find a way that best fits your needs, because maybe listening to it is better for you than it is for me. Maybe doing it similar to what I'm doing, physically reading it like on paper, is better for you, because everyone has a different way of doing things. And I'm not saying that listening to it is the worst thing you could do, but you know, I'm more of a observer. I like to observe what I'm reading, like looking at it and, feeling it, and I'm just like, okay, this is better for me. Like physically sitting and reading is better for me than it is moving around and listening. Uh, but everyone has their different ways of doing things. So if listening is good for you, then go for it. As long as you're doing it, that is good for you. That is dope. And then of course, the way I do it, if other people are doing it that way, then that's cool too. But hopefully you get something from what I just said. I know I just said a bunch of things in a few minutes. But I also, before I end this video, I want to say Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there that might be watching this. God bless each and every one of you, and God bless those moms that have stepped into the role of mom when obviously the biological mother's not there. It could be for any reason, you know. I'm not going to name all of them, but kudos to you for stepping into that role. I'm not going to give y'all too much about it, but I have a sister-in-law who, you know, married my brother knowing he had a son. His mom was still in the picture, but she married him knowing he had a son, and since she met that little kid, she has been a second mother to him. He calls her mom, you know, unknowingly, because you know that's his other mom. That's been his mom since he was like 3 or 4 years old, and you know, God bless her for doing that. So you know, when it comes to stepmoms, they have a special place in my heart because of that, and can't do better than that. But anyways, yeah. So that's all I got for today. Hopefully y'all take something from it. Hopefully everyone enjoys their days, all the moms and everything. But until next time, guys, y'all stay safe. God bless and peace.